Welcome to the InStory show. I'm Devorah Spilman, your host, and our theme is what does it mean to expand into a new story? And how do you come out of hiding and dare to be seen for who you really are by saying yes to your soul and telling your story? And today I'm thrilled to welcome Neelam Sareen. Hi, Neelam.
Hi, Deborah. How are you? Lovely to meet you.
So I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to read a little bit about you and we'll dive in.
Okay.
Neelam Sareen is a quantum and cosmic alchemist, a grand master healer, channel 12D DNA activator, and New Earth guide. She is the founder of Circle of Light, leading, supporting, and nurturing a conscious global community of heart-centered souls who are focused on self-transformation and expansion with the intention to empower all. Well, expansion, we're all about that because I love to ask everybody this season, what does it mean to you to expand into a new story?
So we are sitting at this place in our human evolution where we're stepping from human to divine. And so we're stepping into the new cosmic suit. So we are upgrading, we're moving into new cosmic space. So we're letting go of our human identities and personalities and going beyond the ego to discover who we are on a cosmic level. Like we're stepping into the infinity templates, multi-dimensional body, and so we're discovering these our soul gifts. So we're stepping into the soul, and the soul has an identity. It has gifts. It has technology within it, soul technology, soul gifts. And so at this time we are expanding and we are discovering what our soul gifts are. So in the old days we may have been an accountant, a lawyer, a painter, and you may in this new vibration be a sound healer, a healer, a psychic, life coach. So it's shifting, we are shifting, and we are getting back to our true essence and what our soul is here to anchor and also embody and also share with the planet. Like we all have a soul gift. I believe every soul has a beautiful gift inside of them. And really, we're getting into alignment with what our truth it really is, our essence, and yeah, our vibration and our cosmic self, our divinity, our divine suit. That's what we're stepping into. So this is a time of amazing expansion for us, of discovery, learning new things about ourselves, learning to use our senses, our multidimensional senses, our intuition, and our gut feeling, trusting ourselves through this time and navigating into these new spaces that we do not know. It's new space, so we're like a surfer on a surfboard, um, riding these new waves, cosmic waves that are coming our way. So it's
Uh,
exciting. I think it's
it,
exciting.
it is very exciting and it makes me so happy when I hear you talking about the soul this way. Like I call one of the things I do, finding your soul story and telling your soul story. And I do feel like we are shifting from this other way of knowing that was researched or studied or told to us to a kind of a more direct knowing, that more divine consciousness. So I would love to hear a little bit of your story. Speaking of stories, what did you do before you did this work? And is there something that really helped you to say yes to this work that you do now?
Yeah, so I used to be an accountant in the corporate world. I became a director in the corporate world. I had a vision that I wanted to be a director by the age of 28, and I did. But as I became a director, my mother-in-law, she got cancer, and I chose to stay home, look after her, have my kids. And I just ended up staying home for a few years, and I thought, oh, I'll go back to my work. I'll go back to my work. But that never happened. It was like responsibilities and her illness took over. And I slowly ended up in a depression because I was a fixer, a healer, a rescuer, and I was caring for everyone else, but I wasn't caring for myself. So this was a lesson in self-love and self-abandonment. So I started to go into a depression, and I didn't realize I was going into a depression until one day I just was sitting on the carpet. I used to help my husband in our business, and I started to cry, and I just said, look, I called out to the angels and I said, I don't know what I'm meant to be doing, but I know I'm really off track. I'm not meant to be doing this work that I'm doing. I know I'm meant to be doing something for humanity. Please show me the way. And when I went to the computer that was on my desk, I was on a spreadsheet, but when I went to the computer, there was a book on Amazon from the angels saying, we can't help you unless you ask for our help. So that's when Archangel Michael came into my life. He told me to go to like meditation. I heard go and learn meditation. I started to go and learn. I started to attend angelic workshops that were locally, found a group in a church, started attending once a month. And then I started to meet people, and I went on some retreats, and I went to Glastonbury, Scotland, and Mount Shasta in the USA. And when I went to Mount Shasta, I had a huge breakthrough opening, and my transmission started a month later. So I started seeing clients. I could see into the body. I could see, into the cells. I could see what they were carrying from past life. And I knew I had to help people. So the one-to-one clients started, the group started, and it became something else over time. And so I started to do my work, and I went onto YouTube. I started opening all these, ways, channels. The star beings started to come through. On YouTube, I didn't show my face for a very long time. I was so afraid of being seen for the work I was doing. I didn't feel it would be accepted. But people started to find me, and it was very beautiful how they found me, because I didn't market, I didn't have a website, but it was just word of mouth, and word of mouth started to get out, and people told others, and I always had this constant stream, and I've always had a constant stream of clients and groups, and it's really beautiful, because I know Spirit was waiting for me to get started, because there were people waiting to receive what I do in the world. So it's been a journey. There's been highs and lows, right? But yeah, there's always, when there's a breakdown, there's always a breakthrough, and we step into the next version of ourselves.
So I want to go back. Will you say a little bit more about when you were at Shasta, what do you mean by everything opened up for you? Because a lot of times people say this, and people don't know what you're talking about, or they don't have that, or they don't recognize it. So maybe you can just pull that open a little bit for us about what really happened there that turned the corner
Yeah.
for you.
So before I used to do one-to-one sessions, and I'd work around the client, and I'd place my hand on their body, on their crown or their third eye, and I'd work with their organs. And so I'd
This
work
is
around the
before
body.
Mount Shasta.
This is
Like you were,
before Mount
okay, so
Shasta.
you had already started knowing that you had this
Yes,
ability.
I
Okay.
had started with clients, and then when I went to Mount Shasta, I saw the organizer channeling, and he wasn't placing his hands on the people. He was in one side of the room, and I was feeling beings walking around me. I was feeling his hands on my head. And I said to him afterwards, how did you do that? Because I need to know, because something had been remembered inside of me. And he said, I just call in the guides. I said, no, how did you do that? I felt you around me, and you weren't around me. And when I went back from that retreat, literally my crown opened and the transmission started. So next minute I'm doing groups, and I'm channeling that way, and people can feel me behind them, holding their hand in front of them, connecting with their heart, and I'm just standing on one side of the room. And so there was a remembrance. So seeing him doing that was a remembrance. And I also saw myself inside the mountain, in Telos and in Lemuria, and I saw who I was, what I did. And so all these memories started to come back to me, and the gifts also opened within me. So it was a very, very powerful journey there. I take groups there to Mount Shasta, and they've had phenomenal breakthroughs there as well. Yeah, very powerful land.
I've heard other people talk about this remembrance, like that it's that there is that feeling of, I've heard others talk about that. So we talked about maybe you can do a little bit of what you do for us in the interview, like maybe take us through a little opening or channeling, a little bit of just an invitation for people to sort of feel the opening to touch this in themselves. Um,
Yes, of course.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we have, my voice is changing, so just excuse that. But when the frequency starts to shift, my voice starts to shift. So I'm going to bring in some beings of light. Through this time, we're going to have a lot of UFOs in the skies. We're going to see a lot of the star beings coming to Earth. because we are in a new vibration, and they're ready to meet us, and we are also ready to meet them. So the guides are asking me to introduce you to the different frequencies they carry, and just to feel them in your heart, and feel your heart and your crown and your third eye opening as I bring them in. Okay, so I'm just gonna, if we just close our eyes for a few moments and just take some deep breaths into the heart, and just calling in our I am presence, and feeling the vibration of gratitude, of love, of grace. And we will create 4 pillars of light around this space and call in the archangels. And as we connect with Source and Mother Earth, we will sit in our pillar of light. And I just want everyone to feel that level and the support that is around you when you connect to Source and you connect to Mother Earth. You are connected. You have a direct alignment to Source. And when you surround yourself with your angels, they create a pillar of light around you, and it stops you being affected by anything that's going on around you, any chaos, any challenges, any disharmony. It brings you into coherence. And there are many beings that want to connect with us at this time, because they are all around us. They are in our skies. And the Arcturian beings are here, and they are very present on our earth. They are bringing in new technology, so they are blue in color. They reside in the 9th dimension, the 11th dimension, in the 5th dimension. So we're just going to welcome them in. And as you take a few deep breaths, they're coming in to greet you. They may shake your hand, they may tap you on the crown, they may just put their arms around you. They're very loving. And they're here to help you wake up your soul technology, your soul gifts. They're also here to bring in technology for health and wellness. And a lot of the frequency machines that are coming into Earth, the med beds and the healing pods. I work with the Arcturian pods where we heal the physical body. And they come in to work with us on health and wellness. And basically they are frequency transmitters. They go into the body and they find anywhere where there are clusters of emotions, stagnant energy, and they break it up. So they bring in their beautiful blue frequencies of light. And they have healing pods in the 22nd dimension that we work with. And that technology is coming to Earth now in the physical world. So they would just want to say hello to everyone today. Many of your clients are aware of the Arcturians. And now we're going to invite in. So we're just going to feel the vibration of the Arcturians for a few moments. And now we're going to bring in the Palladians, and the Palladians are here to bring in joy, the frequencies of love, color, beauty. And there are many Palladian teachers on the planet. They tone, they sing. Arcturians also tone and sing. The Palladians are here to remind us of our innocence, of our childlike nature, and to bring joy into our lives, to bring color into our lives. And we were just recently in Egypt for our retreat, and there was a Palladian ship above the pyramids as we were inside. So they are here to help us. They're here to connect with us. And they ask us to be experiential at this time and explorers of this time, to be curious, to be wanderers, to be open and inviting to the new frequencies and where we are being guided. They say let go of rigidity, let go of control, let go of expectation, let go of your so-called plans, because there are no plans in this new vibration. You are moving beyond time and space, and we ask you to be complete presence in every moment, to be present and to see the gift of each moment, because this is where your point of power lies. So those are the beautiful Palladians who are around us at this time. Very compassionate, very loving, very nurturing. And the Andromedans are also around us. So the Andromedans are here to create structure, to create the new templates of the communities that we're building, the new ecosystems that we're building, the high vibrational communities, the infrastructures, sustainability, taking care of all beings on earth. The Andromedan councils come in to help us. They work with souls who create the foundations. And so they're very busy right now on earth helping us, channeling information and working with beings who carry the wisdom of how to create the infrastructure on earth. So we'll just feel their vibration for a few moments. And we're going to invite in the Venusians. And the Venusians are beautiful beings of light. They come in with vibrations of love, of harmony, of peace. And they remind us that love is the way, love is the new template to expand our hearts and to be open to self-love, and also open to experiencing more love in our lives. When the heart is open, everything is possible. And your heart is the doorway to your soul and the new vibrations, and also connecting with us. When your vibration is high, we will come in to meet you. So keep your hearts open through this time. So that is the beautiful Venusians from Venus. And there are many beings, and there are dragons in the field, there are ascended masters, there are angelics, power animals, divine feminine goddesses. There's just so many beings that are celebrating us. I see them clapping. They're open, they're ready to co-create with us. They want to channel information through us. They want to partner up with us. They want to give us new innovations and ideas. So fluidity and flexibility through this time will allow the new insights, perspectives, and ideas to be downloaded through the crown. So we thank all the beings who came through today. We love them and they love us so much. And we are here to co-create and play together. So we just take a deep breath into the heart as we bring ourselves back into this space. They're
Thank
so
you.
loving. They're so loving.
I feel that all the time, no matter what you call this other realm, whether you call it from other planets or guides or spirits or divine, no matter what, the answer is always, we love you so much.
Always pure
Every
love.
time.
Yes.
It's just such a universal experience. And I teach a lot about what I call spiritual imagination, and just encourage people, just trust your imagination. If what you get is pure love, it's true.
It's absolutely true. Our imagination is everything, and imagination, if we didn't have an imagination, we wouldn't have the world that we have today. Everything starts with imagination.
Right?
So it's so important for children to have the opportunity to explore their imagination. And this is why the Pleiadians are so present on the planet, because they want, as adults, many adults have forgotten how to play, how to create, how to connect with imagination. And so we are bringing those joyful frequencies back to, adults who have forgotten, because really in this time it's all about new creations, new imagination, innovation. And so we're being called to really check in and also tap into our childlike nature.
Absolutely. And, I worked as an educator and even wrote my undergraduate thesis on the importance of imagination in learning because it was clearly being educated
Out, yes.
out like, and we are reclaiming this natural human wondrous gift, I think.
Absolutely. The children are meant to create. Like I was always tucked in my books and I was in the world of enchanted tales. So I had a vivid imagination and
Yeah.
everything I create. If we don't have a vivid imagination, we can't enter the higher realms. You have to be imaginative. You have to imagine you're going on a broomstick off to, the 12th dimension, or you're going in and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in the elevator, and we dance with Dorothy, and we go on journeys with Genie and the Magic Lamp. Like I bring the imagination back to life, and these characters come alive, and people get to really play with their creations, and it's so important.
And we love it so much. Can
We
always
do,
remind people this is what you love so much.
absolutely,
You know,
because we can't connect with our passions unless we have an imagination,
right?
right?
It brings us so much joy. I was like you. I wanted to go to Narnia,
uh,
right? So I made up the whole world. I'm a storyteller, so I made up the whole world of Zambadoodle that I told all through my teaching years, and that sense of wonder and delight is we get to have it back. Like
we
we
get to have
just
it back, because
get to have it
anything
back.
that's been created is alive. The mythical creatures, Merlin and the Egyptian, mystical creatures, they all are all alive, and we show them and we channel them, and they get to talk to them and play with them and meet them. It's amazing. So nothing is, if anything that's been created has a voice, even a blade of grass has a voice. Everything speaks, and it's on a frequency. So it's learning to tune into frequency and speak to anything, everything,
So love this. I call it conversations with everything, and the
everything.
puppets talk, and what what I have found is for me by calling it, I call it spiritual imagination. Then you don't have to believe, quote unquote, that they're real. It's the difference between real and true for me,
Yes,
right?
yes,
There's like a truth that comes through, so you don't need science or religion to tell you it's real necessarily. Like for me,
absolutely.
I don't think about all these other planet beings as being the same as physical beings that land, and I don't think of it like that. But they feel real. They feel true.
They feel true, and they
They
are
feel
true. So
true.
anything you imagine is alive and is real.
As long as it's bringing something elevated and filled with that pure love. Because every time I hear anyone do channeling, it's always plural. It's like some kind of a we, and it's we love you so much every time.
Yeah, because there's thousands, trillions of angels, legions of angels, and star councils and councils of light. And so we are a we, like we are a single point, but we are a we consciousness. So you see Neelam, but Neelam isn't just an I, it's a we. It's a group consciousness. Focused on a single point. So, as we expand, we will get to know ourselves as these quantum cosmic beings, and councils of light that work through us. So it's beautiful. This is just the interface, but you have access to so much behind you.
I just love it. Makes me so happy to hear you say all this. I just to know we're all out there, and for all of you watching, like you're here because you know this too in your own way, right? And for me, it's all about being seen, telling your story, but you have to start by opening to receiving and trusting, as you're saying. And so, all right,
Beautiful.
tell us what you were going to say, and then tell us about your free gift.
Okay. So, I was just going to say that connecting with the angels, they're ready to assist us. We have free will here, but if you want to connect with the angels, you want to connect with the ascended masters, If you want Mother Mary to hold you at night, and hold you as you sleep and nurture you, you simply have to ask. You just have to say it once and they come right in. So it's really important to learn to ask for assistance, ask for help, ask for guidance, and they'll be right there with you in a heartbeat. So, sometimes we don't remember to ask, and when we're in struggling, we don't ask, but really that's the time to ask for assistance.
It's really a
So,
thing. I've also had to teach often into asking. We're terrible at asking for help
yeah, we are.
from each other and also from on high. And so it really is such a significant step to realize you can ask.
Absolutely, because we're so used to going into the logical mind and working with our logic. But really, the process is to take a deep breath, come back into your heart, connect with your guides, because that's really powerful and they can come in full force to support you and bring in the miracles that will help you to navigate any situation that you're in. So that's the way to really connect and manifest and bring in the assistance through the heart.
Uh, I'm just so with you on this. So trust this, everyone. You're hearing this because it's true for you also. So tell us what your free gift is so people can kind of go a little deeper with you and what's coming through you.
Okay, so the free gift is going to be a journey to Glastonbury, and Glastonbury is all about the heart. So I take you on a journey to Stonehenge. It's about an hour long. You go to the heart of Glastonbury, you go into Glastonbury, and you receive a heart chakra activation and also an opening of the heart. So it's very beautiful. You go to 3 different sacred sites and you receive the energies from those portals of light. So people have profound activations, energy shifting, heart opening, frequency shifting in the body. So it's a beautiful journey, and I'd love everyone to experience the frequencies that we transmit.
So good, I can feel it already.
Amazing.
It's just there's just the authenticity of each person, and we can just feel that openness radiating from you, that what's been given to you. So go get Neelam's free gift and let yourself open and see where it leads you, because it's going to lead each person to something unique.
Absolutely. Sometimes people go into a trance or they end up in a different dimension and they're having a different experience to what we're having. It's just a portal, it's a bridge. My voice is a bridge to other dimensions, and the soul can go on their own journey, but then I bring them back at the end. So it creates that safe space. People always say they feel such safety in my container, and then they can expand and explore and get to know themselves and allow themselves to go into these vibrations where their soul wants to take them. That's very beautiful.
Okay, so grab a free gift and Neelam, leave us with the last couple of thoughts before we wrap up.
Okay, so we are stepping into these new vibrations, and authenticity is the new leadership. It's being authentically you, where you don't have to wear a mask, where you don't have to pretend anymore who you are on the inside, but really bringing that frequency into alignment, being true to yourself, being true to your soul, living in alignment, in peace, in harmony, and in deep love of who you are, the vibration you carry, your essence, and giving yourself permission to become all that you came here to be. So authenticity, integrity, alignment are the new vibrations, and humility and grace as we move into new earth leadership and start to create these new, our roles here on earth are going to shift, but this is the way in. It's not coming from the ego, it's coming from grace, it's coming from surrender, and it's coming from connection. And then we get the whole force, the whole universe is behind us to help us anchor our missions here on earth. So be authentic, be you, and hold that vibration, and then it helps others, it inspires others to do the same.
I so agree with you. Thank you so much. I can feel, I'm sitting here feeling this feeling that you're creating. So trust that, everybody who's watching. Get Neelam's free gift. Trust this. And thank you so much. And as I always say in farewell, remember
Thank
to
you
go
so
out in the
much.
world, share your story, live your purpose, and be a blessing, folks. Bye, everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you. Bye bye.